it is Steph. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why I do Connections Academy instead of K12. So recently there's been a lot of talk about going back to school in the fall, and some schools are offering distance learning options, but there's a lot of people who aren't quite satisfied with those. And there's a lot of people looking into a real online public school. I've been getting questions about Connections Academy versus K12. I did K12 first through 4th grade, and then when I went into 5th grade, I switched to Connections Academy, and my experience was much better. So I'm gonna talk about why I like Connections Academy. And also, I just wanna clarify, because I've been getting some comments asking me to make up my mind if I like Connections Academy or not. So I used to make Connections Academy videos where I used to rant and kind of talk about things that I didn't like when I first started my YouTube channel, and that was because I wanted to relate with other people and talk about it. But then I started to get questions about the school, and I started to figure out ways to improve my school experience, and I started to share it with others. So I think when you watch my old videos, you get confused and think that I don't like Connections Academy, and I absolutely love it. I was just talking about things that I don't like, as any student would talk about their school. So my audience has changed, so my content has changed. So yes, I do recommend Connections Academy. Of course, every student has their struggles, but I'm just talking about the good stuff now, because that's what everyone's asking me about. I'm not a phony paid actor or anything. I'm just creating content for my audience. So obviously it's been quite a few years since I've been in K12, so I've looked into what people are saying about it. One of the things I've heard is that the K12 website runs very slow and it is hard to complete schoolwork. So at Connections Academy, the website does run pretty smoothly. There has been a few times when it has stopped working on me, but that is so rare for that to happen. And on the weekends at like 2 a.m. or some weird time, they usually shut down the website for maintenance. So it's pretty up to date and it usually runs pretty fast. So another thing that I prefer about Connections Academy over K12 is I feel like the scheduling is set up so much better. At Connections Academy, you sign into the website and you click on your planner and it's all right there. When I was at K12, and from what I'm reading, there's this program called Blackboard, and it's used to schedule everything out. And I just remember certain things being more confusing to access. Of course, I was younger at the time, so I had my mom helping a lot. But when I was in K12, like in 4th grade, I had to have my mom go on the website all the time for me. But when I was in 5th grade at Connections Academy, I just went on there and accessed anything that I wanted or needed to. I feel like it was much more user-friendly as a younger child, and maybe if you're an adult, a parent, and you're not the best with technology, it might be difficult for you. So that is another reason why I would recommend Connections Academy over K12. As with anything, there are some things that do get confusing and hard to find, but I plan on making a video about how to navigate through the Connexus site at some point. So I couldn't find too much information on this, but from my personal experience in K12, they sent us these books, which I didn't really recognize. Well, my mom didn't recognize them, but when I went to Connections Academy, we used Pearson and just more well-known book companies. Is that what you would call it? So if you're coming from a public school to online school, when you go to Connections Academy, most likely you will recognize the same stuff. I have a cousin who's a grade behind me, and when we were younger, literally we used the same math textbook. Like my 5th grade math textbook was the same one that she used when she got to 5th grade, and she went to public school and I went to Connections Academy. When I was at K12, there were so many assessments with everything. Before you started the lesson, there was a review thing. Then there was one at the end and it counted for a grade. I mean, that was 1st through 4th grade. I don't know what it's like in the other grades. But when I went to Connections Academy, all we have is a thing called a quick check at the end of each lesson, and that's it. It used to be so stressful for me at K12 when before I started the lesson, how it was like asking me the information from the past lesson, and I was like, obviously things could have changed. I was younger. Okay, and this may depend on the specific school. But I went to Pennsylvania Virtual Charter School, which used K12, if you're wondering. I used to live in Pennsylvania, actually, and I did K12 when I lived there. What they tried to do my 4th grade year, which was a big part of the reason why I switched to Connections Academy, is instead of doing all your lessons on your own and then having your live lessons that you attend like once a week or something, they try to make it like an actual brick and mortar school, similar to the distance learning style. For my math courses in 4th grade, we didn't even do the lesson. The teachers did an everyday math class that we were required to attend, and then we would complete the assignment at the end of the lesson after we got out of our live class. Now, like I said, that was Pennsylvania Virtual Charter School, and that was in 4th grade, and that was in 2011, 2012. So things could have changed. Every school is different, but however, that was my personal experience. At Connections Academy, some teachers like to do that, where they're like, oh yeah, come to this live lesson instead of completing your lesson, but it's optional and it's up to you. It wasn't weird and required like how it was for me at K12. Another thing at K12 is that I hated all of the programs that we used to use. They would try to incorporate into our lessons these different websites, and they were extremely cheesy and basic, and I didn't learn anything from them. At Connections Academy, we mostly just watch videos, and sometimes we do have activities, and I don't always like them, but it was not like how it was at K12. I remember we had this one program, and like our whole class was connected to it, and our teachers would assign us these things. We had these dumb like English grammar lessons or spelling. It was something so ridiculously easy. I mean, of course, I was a little bit more advanced in that area. In 1st grade, I was at the 8th grade reading level, so that could be it. But I also hated the math, and I'm not the best at math. So sometimes when they would be explaining things that I had already known and learned. Imagine this, you're in 4th grade and you're forced to sit through a 10-minute video on addition. In 4th grade, you're adding, subtracting, you're doing PEMDAS, whatever that stuff is. So why would they make you sit through a 10-minute video of basic stuff? Yeah, that was my problem. It wouldn't let me skip through them and just answer the questions or anything. This wasn't like our actual lessons. Like I said, we use these different programs. Oh, and at K12, I remember Study Island. I hated Study Island. This video is bringing back memories that I want to forget. And I'm not saying anything bad against the way K12 does it. For some people, that just might work better for them. For me, it did not. I just felt like that the teachers reached out to me a lot more at Connections Academy than when I was at K12. I'm comparing a lot of my 4th grade to 5th grade experience because I can't compare elementary school to high school, so I don't know what high school K12 is like. Don't ask me. Another thing is that I felt way more independent when I went to Connections Academy. I felt like there were so many parent activities. Then suddenly I'm in 5th grade and it's not telling me to do this with a parent, or it's not making this so difficult that I need a parent to ask me for help. I could do it all on my own. Obviously, with any online school, you need to be independent, but I personally felt like I got way more independence with Connections Academy. So that's my experience. I know I was younger and I tried to give as much accurate information as I could. Not saying anything bad about K12. I'm just saying I like Connections Academy better. So if you're making the decision, I hope this could help you. If you'd like to learn more about Connections Academy and see other online school content along with vlogs and just fun stuff that I like to make, go ahead and click the subscribe button. I post every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also up here, I have a playlist that has all of my online school and Connections Academy related videos. And I will see you all next time. Bye!